What is your accidentally caught your spouse cheating story? Chris and I had this sweet tradition of sending each other random TikToks throughout the day. Stupid dog videos, cooking fails, whatever made us laugh. We'd been together for 3 years, and I genuinely thought he was the one. Friday afternoon, he sent me this video of a golden retriever trying to catch bubbles. I was smiling at my phone when something caught my eye. The username posting the video looked familiar. It was a private account called @RachelWaves23. I knew Chris worked with a Rachel at his marketing company. He'd mentioned her a few times, always calling her his old coworker, even though they'd only been working together for like 6 months. Something about the way he said it always felt off. Curiosity got the better of me. I clicked on Rachel's profile. It was private, but her bio had a link to her Instagram account. I clicked through without really thinking about it. Her Instagram was public, and I started scrolling through her recent posts. That's when my stomach dropped. There were pictures of Chris and Rachel together at some lake I'd never been to. In one photo, they were holding hands while sitting on a dock. In another, he was kissing her cheek while she laughed. The captions had heart emojis and inside jokes I didn't understand. Another perfect day with my favorite person, with a bunch of heart eye emojis. The most recent post was from Tuesday. Chris had told me he was going on a guy's fishing trip that weekend, but there he was, arms wrapped around Rachel next to a campfire, both of them looking way too comfortable together. I screenshot everything with shaking hands. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it. 3 years together. 3 years of planning our future, talking about getting married, looking at apartments together, and he was playing house with some random coworker. That evening, Chris came home with takeout from our favorite Thai place, acting completely normal. He kissed me hello and asked about my day like nothing happened. When I asked about his weekend, he launched into this detailed story about the fishing trip, how the guys caught barely anything, how Mike fell off the boat, how they ran out of beer by Saturday night. Every word was a lie, but he told it so smoothly. I just nodded and smiled, pretending to believe him while my stomach twisted into knots. I didn't confront him then. I needed time to think. Sunday came, and his parents had invited us over for dinner like they did every month. His mom always made this huge spread, and his dad would show off his latest woodworking project. They loved me, treated me like family, always asking when Chris and I were going to make it official. We were sitting around their dining table, his mom serving her famous pot roast, when I decided I couldn't pretend anymore. His whole family was there. His parents, his older sister, even his teenage nephew. I pulled out my phone very calmly and set it on the table. Chris, I think you should tell everyone about your fishing trip last weekend. He looked confused, but started telling the same story. How peaceful the lake was, how much fun he had with the guys, how he needed more trips like that. Then I opened the Instagram screenshots. Funny thing, I think you made some new fishing buddies. I showed the first photo of him and Rachel by the lake, then swiped to the next one of them kissing. The room went completely silent. His mom's fork clattered onto her plate. His dad stopped chewing. His sister's mouth actually fell open. Chris turned white as a sheet and started stammering. Those are old photos, Maya. That's from like a year ago when we were just friends. So I showed them the date stamps. Tuesday, clear as day. Then I showed them more photos from the same weekend, including one where Rachel was wearing a t-shirt that said Lake Fun 2024 in big letters. His mother looked like she might cry. She kept staring between the phone and Chris like she couldn't process what she was seeing. His dad just shook his head slowly. I stood up, grabbed my purse, and looked directly at Chris. I hope she was worth it. Then I walked out, leaving him sitting there with his stunned family staring at him. I blocked his number in the parking lot, then blocked him on every social media platform. By the time I got home, he'd already tried calling 17 times from different numbers. I blocked those too.